Why, hello there. If you didn't know, we are having a sale at our California walk-in store, 21077 Commerce Point Drive, Walnut, California, 91789. It's going on this Saturday, June 12th, 2021, between 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. with up to 25% off and an outdoor sale, which is going to be open box items that are going to be very discounted. Bring cash to save more money. I'll see you soon. What is going on, you guys? My name is Cisco, and thank you for tuning in today for another episode of the Dead Box Podcast. I keep forgetting the name of it.
You made the show.
I know, right? We have a special guest today here, and it is Scott, USAirsoft, if you know him. Scott, tell them where you can be found.
Here. I can actually be found on the USAirsoft channel here on YouTube. You're going to be adding the link to the description, I assume.
Yes. Everything will be down below. But for those people that don't read, can you spell out your Instagram?
It's actually USAirsoft YouTube, all one word, no underscores or anything. It's the one that actually has posts on it from this year, and the Instagram page has like 35,000 followers, I think.
Very nice.
Yeah, but I've been sitting at that same number for a while because Instagram like shadow banned me forever ago.
Yes, the problems of being a
gun related.
Yeah.
Okay, it's funny is whenever I'm not shadow banned, I actually gain like nearly 100 followers a day, but then since I've been shadow banned, it's been actually bleeding followers.
Oh,
and it's not like anyone drops like hate comments or anything like that or says I'm boring or anything like that. It's just
I get that. I mean, we've been shadow banned a few times on Instagram and on Facebook as well. And what I see, because I track our analytics daily, and just there are a lot of bot followers. Recently, there have been a lot of bot followers that follow Airsoft hashtags. It's really great.
Would you like to make your Instagram page much larger? Pay us $5 and we'll get you 5,000 followers.
Share your post on,
I know, so much of
on
that.
Rap World.
if you click on insights and you see like the number of from like people who find your account because of hashtags, I've got like 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Only?
Almost every post is like 1, 2.
Oh, okay.
It's like I don't know if this is right or not.
I'm going to need to take a look at how you format it, and then we'll optimize it for sure. All right. So, Scott being a airsoft celebrity, I hate using that term.
A pro airsofter.
I hate that term too. Like,
I mean, it's technically true, but it gets like the wrong thing in your head that you think like we're amazingly good.
No, yeah, but professional in the sense of like we're kind of like well known. Yeah, or you made it your profession, right?
Airsoft loser that makes videos.
Yeah, but a question that I wanted to ask you, because you do it full time, what's it like being a YouTuber that does airsoft specifically?
I owe $1,200 in taxes to the IRS.
Well then,
that was one thing I didn't really know about is save your receipts for everything.
Oh yeah.
So I have friends that have like Call of Duty channels that blew up. Like one of my friends, he's like at near 400,000 subscribers, and
is that fortunate?
Yeah,
hey.
I didn't want to say.
No, it's all good. Hey, we partnered with him before. Shout out,
dude. He's really an awesome dude, but he never saved any receipts or anything for the first year when he was making like some buku cash.
Yeah,
he owed. I think he told me like $36,000.
Oh,
so like
that hurt.
It hurts to know that he paid that off.
We need it closer to your mouth.
It hurts to know that he ended up paying it off in like 2 months or something like that, compared to like, okay, YouTube's CPM for like paying you for 1,000 views is not that good, but for Call of Duty footage, it's a whole lot better.
Really?
But no, I didn't save my receipts, but now I definitely do. And it's funny is I just did my taxes and I was owed money.
Oh, nice. That's good.
$2.
Well, it's. Would you rather get $2 or have to pay $2?
I guess. Yeah, I guess that's right.
Adulting, the world of adulting.
Yeah, but I can write off my apartment because it's technically a studio.
Oh, nice.
I can write off the groceries that go into the apartment. I can write off my car because of the miles I put on it. Like taking my trips from San Antonio to Dallas, it's like 360 miles. So all the way back, it totals out to like 720 miles total. So groceries, rent, car. Some of the bills to keep the power on and the rent and all and that such. So if you really start stacking on that stuff, then you're owed money back.
That's crazy because a lot of people don't think about that because
I should have got a drink before I
I know. No, I'm quite parched as well. We're gonna have to roll through it. But
we need to start sending messages and like Uber Eats just so they can bring us like Monsters and Mountain Dews up here.
Maybe we'll text like Taylor or someone to bring something upstairs. But it's crazy because, you know, me being an employee, I get a traditional W-2 and it's pretty streamlined for me. I get my deductions taken out and everything. But a lot of what people don't see, specifically like for YouTubers who don't have a company that they work under, is they got to do it themselves. You are your own company.
Yeah.
So that's really crazy. But other than that,
yeah, that's not the question you really want to hear. It's about taxes.
Hey, no, I mean that's part of it though, because you know some people want to try to pursue a career in.
But that's like one of the last things that people think of, because a lot of people that start up YouTube channels are normally younger, right?
Yes,
and
of
when
course.
you get a kid some money, and he blows it all and doesn't realize he should be saving receipts and like writing down in a journal what he spends and stuff like that, and then you end up like me. But it could have been so much worse. $1,200 is nothing. $36,000, like my friend, would have been a whole lot worse if you're like
that is
18 or 19 years old.
That is wild.
So before I wasn't making that much, so like the IRS didn't really care. I still really don't make that much, and that's why it's not like $36,000 they're earned. But $1,200, that still went. Ooh, I should really be saving my receipts. But yeah, apart from taxes, I'm having a lot of fun. I'm almost overwhelmed though, because I've got the reviews, the countdowns, the discussion videos, and I keep stacking titles and gameplay and all sorts of footage. So now I'm at the point where like I'm not getting videos out very quickly. That like if I film a video this weekend that's like super good, it probably won't be out for like 3 weeks or maybe a month.
Yeah,
because I have other stuff on the schedule.
Well, that's good that you have some type of backlog. We try to do that too. And I was going to ask you, how is scheduling for you making videos? Because at one point we were doing it like we would get the video done as soon as it was completed. We would upload it right then and there. Yeah. Instead of trying to plan it out, work everything out. So do you even have time to do anything, like any other hobbies outside of making videos for Airsoft?
I try to take like some breaks whenever I upload a video. I'll take like 1 or 2 days off, and I'll just go grab my longboard at a speaker, and I'll just go downtown San Antonio and skate around. And
nice.
You know, just enjoy some music, and just downtown San Antonio is like really safe. You can be out there like 3 a.m, and usually nothing's going on. Maybe a few drunk people, but it's not like you're starting fights with people.
Sounds like Santa Monica from us. Scott, we need it closer to your mouth. There, thank you. Perfect.
It was good. I'm reaching over all the time. I need something to do with my dangly arms.
No, I get that.
But I try to skate around a bit. I'll play a lot of Call of Duty with my friends. Just going out with my friends and like going to their studios and just eating out and enjoying them. Like our time together is fun. Nice. I got lucky, and a lot of my friends didn't like break off. Usually after like high school and stuff, so many of your friends like move away, go to different places, go to colleges. But a lot of them are taking their online classes and their courses and stuff, so they're almost always at home. So every Thursday and Friday, we just go enjoy ourselves, and we end up finding ourselves at Denny's way too many times.
Hey, Denny, what you told me before, Denny's is where you end up.
You don't go to Denny's, you end up at Denny's. Yeah. It's like, hey, let's go to, I don't know, Taco Bell. Oh, for some reason, Taco Bell's closed. Oh, okay. Let's just go to McDonald's. They're always open. Okay, why is this one closed? Oh, no one's working. They literally, like everyone boycotted their job. Well, I guess we're going to go to Denny's then.
That's funny. That is so funny.
How many times have you gone to Denny's and like oddly the people who are working there just really don't look like they want to bother with you? They could be completely empty. Like any restaurant.
I mean, I feel like that's how it is at every like major chain restaurant.
But when was like the legit like last time you went to a restaurant and you thought about just leaving halfway through? Because like I the last time I ever went to a Denny's, it was like a guy that was maybe like 17 or 18. I'm 24. And we walked in. He was just like, come over here.
Just over it. He was over his day.
And then as soon as we sat down, what do you want?
Oh, what a prick, dude. Like, see, customer service is definitely like one of those things that can make or break it.
And it's like, can I get a sweet tea? Is that fine with you?
yeah. Is that okay with you, sir? Dude, that's hilarious. But how many?
Still came tip. But we still.
We're veering off topic.
Yeah.
How many subscribers do you currently have?
I threw my phone on the ground, but I think we broke 262,000 subscribers while I was here like 2 days ago.
Nice. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How is it engaging with your followers? Hey, Taylor's up here and he brought us drinks.
We are off-screen drink
Thank you, Taylor. We
vendor.
appreciate you. Oh, we got water here.
Coca-Cola.
Oh, there's Coke.
Okay.
A nice cold.
I'm not going to sound
Coke.
underappreciative, but man, I don't know why, but Coca-Cola always makes my teeth feel really chalky.
Chalky.
You too,
I
right?
think this one is for Boaz.
I don't know why.
Thank you.
Okay, that might be the reason why.
Thank you, Taylor.
Yeah.
He not sponsored by Pure Aqua.
Purified water.
That's funny. But how is it engaging with your followers, all of your subscribers and followers on Instagram?
Just put this down. When it comes to the number, I don't really think of it as big. I mean, when it comes to Airsoft, we have to realize that even our biggest channels are sitting at what I think 3 million.
Yeah, they're in the few million.
Yeah.
I haven't checked recently, but a lot of the more popular gameplay guys are sitting at
about
a few
3
mil. Yeah.
Yeah. So 3 million. The big YouTubers in the Call of Duty scene are at least 1 mil. That's like kind of an average.
Really?
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, a few 100,000, but we're still kind of small. So I don't ever really consider my channel really big at all because I look at it from in the community, I guess maybe, but like when it comes to the world, no. But yeah, it's funny. I could comment almost anything on any video from any channel, and just because I have that verified check mark, it's like 1,000 likes easy. I could just go to any video and just comment fart, and then
You are verified?
yeah, I got verified pretty early. I think after I made 100,000 subscribers, like, hey, let me just try, and in like
Nice.
a couple days, verified.
Hey,
But I
that's
can't
cool.
get verified on Instagram.
I think Instagram and like Twitter is much harder. Do you do Twitter at all?
No, not really.
No,
I only
us
use
either.
Twitter whenever I can't get in contact with certain people at all.
Oh, okay.
So I'll contact YouTube, or I tried.
You contact YouTube.
Yeah,
and Twitter.
directly, and they definitely they reach out in minutes.
That is hilarious.
That's kind of cool. But I know a direct chat line that I can use,
Okay.
and that comes in handy once in a while.
Interesting. It's funny that you think you are a smaller channel, and with what you said, compared to the world, of course. But I see that you have a pretty large following, and
I still have a lot of growing to do, though.
oh, of course. I mean, I think that's with everyone. Even Airsoft GI, I think we're past 100. No, we're climbing to 450,000.
Yeah.
And I think there's still a lot of people that we could reach. But why do you think the type of videos that you make have spoken to people, kind of like reached people? You know,
To reach people.
like why do they find it entertaining? What do you think?
I think for me, when it comes to so I have the 3 like really big genres of videos on my channel. There's the reviews,
Yep.
there's the countdowns, and then there's the gameplays.
Yes.
Discussion videos are very like far and few between.
Yep.
But the discussion videos blow up pretty quickly, which is funny. People just want to hear what I have to like rant about sometimes, even though it's most of the time just me just rambling on the couch. The countdowns, no one else was really doing those whenever I really started. So we started with gas blowback guns, I think, and then Polar Stars, and this was when I had no audio control at all, so I was like always peaking red line, like just hurry everybody. It was
Oh,
like
yes.
blowing into the microphone.
I remember those first few videos. I think we were talking about it too, where one of our old coworkers. It's okay, we're rolling through it. Where one of my old coworkers submitted a build and was featured, and even a mutual friend of ours, Yuki. I forget his last name.
He turned in stuff with the name Snow.
Yeah, I do remember that being his his call sign, and he would have at least 2 or 3.
Yeah, because they would always turn in like really like crazy high kappa builds before
Yeah.
everybody was doing like insane stuff.
Yeah.
His guns look like concept guns from like concept cars.
Yeah, they were. He was one of the few that started doing like the super custom builds before it became really popular. You can set it down, Scott. It's fine.
A little water break.
But I do think that you did do a topic with your top 10 videos that what you said nobody was doing, which got the community involved.
Yeah,
which was really cool.
And then, of course, whenever something's like hot in the community, you gotta jump on it.
Yes.
So when like one company would get really popular because maybe they're releasing some crazy stuff, I put a countdown out, and then whoosh, that video would go up. So we did H&K stuff, we did AKs, we did DMRs, because there was a time where like everybody was doing DMRs. Everything was getting DMR'd. High Kappas could get DMR'd, but DMR everything, Polar Star to everything, sniper rifles. Whenever like all the sniper channels were blowing up on Facebook.
Yes.
Because if you blow up on Facebook, when people like track that back, you think 1 million views is a whole lot on YouTube. That ain't nothing. You get a video to blow up on Facebook, and we're talking like 38 million views, and that trickles down to the YouTube channel.
Yes. So, for sure, it'll backtrack.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, from what I've seen on Facebook is they like to promote videos directly uploaded to their platform versus sharing the link.
Yeah, they rather keep people on site as long as possible. So.
Yeah, like if you notice, like if you see, like if you're scrolling through your feed on Facebook, you see a video from YouTube and it's the thumbnail, it'll have the press play button. But if you scroll up and the next post is a video that was directly uploaded to YouTube, it'll start playing without any sound. And then you're like, oh, this is playing.
Yeah,
what
exactly.
is this? And then,
especially if it has anything to do with dogs, puppies, otters, ferrets.
Oh yeah, for sure.
These cute ferrets will make you cry.
Life hacks.
Something something ridiculous.
Gardening tools.
Gardening tools? Do you remember Shark Puppet?
Shark Puppet?
Yeah, it was like a dude that had one of those little rubber, like, you put your whole hand in the little...
Is it the one that did drugs?
Oh, that was the... Well, I think that had to be done by the same dude. You know, cocaine.
Yes.
But no, this one was just like a... This one was just a shark, and he would just be like, yeah! You might have known it.
We did talk about
and
this
like scream
before.
like a little girl.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I couldn't do that. I really couldn't
funny.
do that.
My voice had to crack to do that, which is funny. But it's cool that I see you try to incorporate different aspects of your life to your videos, because I think your personality is what a lot of people like gravitate toward.
Yeah.
And you know, knowing that you like to do skateboarding, and you used to work for a skateboard shop to build boards and stuff, didn't you? Did you used to assemble boards?
What I used to do in high school and middle school, a few people would do this. I worked for a Zumi skate shop, but like for like 5 months, but that was just a fun job. I used to always be a nerd at the skate shops before I could legally work. My first job was at SeaWorld San Antonio. And that was a funny day. But no,
1 day? There was only 1 day?
No. I worked there for a summer.
Oh, really? Okay.
I was a cabana boy. So stupid, but what I would do is I used to work a water park here in San Antonio, Texas. San Antonio SeaWorld has an area called Aquatica, and it's the water park. I used to be a cabana boy there, which meant people would go to these like cabanas that they could rent out. No one else can be in these little areas. It'd be like a tent area with a table and chairs. You get free towels and sunscreen and water and stuff. And you basically leave your stuff there while you go enjoy the park. So you can bring whatever you want, maybe baby strollers or camera equipment or just a bunch of luxury stuff, and you'd stay there. No one else can go in that area, so I watch that spot for you. You can order food while you're there, and you can sit there, or you can just close the shades and just enjoy being alone at a public park for whatever dumb reason it happened. People I'd have so many times where people would close the shades and they would just smoke out in the they would just have like cigars or just cigarettes.
Of course.
But I just watched your stuff all day, and everybody would try to tip you so much, and you know how hard it is to say no to a $200 tip after watching someone's family. A lot of people got fired for that because
accepting tips.
Yeah, because you get paid more than minimum wage, and you're not allowed to accept tips if you make more than minimum wage in Texas. So it's considered stealing from the park. But if I give you $70 right here, and you know that you have like 11 other cabanas to watch, then you start multiplying it in your head, and you're like, bro, how much money am I just saying no to?
Oh, man. Honestly, I'd have to keep that
for
down
$11 an hour?
Yeah, I'd have to keep that down low, honestly. That's crazy.
but I did used to assemble skateboards in middle school and high school because my friends, for whatever reason, they like the way I put together boards more than the actual like shop employees that they would go to.
Okay.
So they wouldn't go and have the guy at Zoomies who hit or miss if he actually knew what he was doing.
Oh, really?
Which, after working at a Zoomies, I can definitely tell you that a bunch of like complete like nobodies when it comes to the skate community just go in there, don't have a clue what they're doing. I can't remember what the complete posers.
Yeah.
That would go and not even know how to grip tape and just destroy a board while they're like right in front of a customer, and the customer would be like,
yeah.
So
eyeballing them.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I'm not paying for that. It's like, yeah, you shouldn't. And I'd have to rip off grip tape and then redo it. And afterwards, after the customer's gone, it's like, you're paying for that grip tape, dude. You completely destroyed that. It's like, don't you know what you're doing?
Man.
So anyway, my friends would bring the parts to the school. And what I used to have is a little tackle box, and it would have like all my tools, a razor blade, and all this other stuff.
School?
Well, we had to have like bushings and old bolts and stuff like that, and old bearings and stuff. So what I would do is I would wait, and I would take the board, I'd get their parts, put them in my backpack, and I'd wait until later on when I got into a class that was cool with me doing this stuff. And you could never do this, but I would go and take my tackle box. I'd tell my teachers, like, hey, is it be all right if I put together my friend's board? And they would pay me like just a little bit of cash just so
you could assemble it?
Yeah, and I would use that on food just at school.
And you gotta hustle.
So what I would do is, yeah, you can do that, but you have to do the grip tape stuff here. So I'd go get my tackle box again. I'd go get the parts. I'd go into the teacher's desk, and I'd get out the razor blade, and I would cut the grip tape out. And then after I was done, okay, put it away. Then I'd put it back in the tackle box, go sit down, and start doing the trucks and the bearings and all that. And everybody is like, this is whenever nothing's going on, in school where like everyone's done with their work and they're just goofing off.
Just like dead period.
So people are on their phone or listening to music, and I'm just there with like, just
doing
like
skateboard
pounding
stuff.
bearings into like into the trucks to get them seated right, and just people are just like.
I mean, it sounds like you were really invested in skateboarding. Why didn't you choose that instead? Did Airsoft for YouTube?
Because I sucked at skating.
Oh, really?
I realistically knew nothing else but
just
like,
how to assemble?
But pop shove-its and ollies.
Okay.
And after hyperextending both of my arms and somehow not being scarred at all, I was like, okay, this isn't going to be a thing for me. It's fun. I love filming it. I love being around the community, and I still do. But I'm no good at it at all. I love just cruising around. That's my thing. And I feel so bad about it, but I want to buy one of the old school white, like...
Gotta do it.
I want to buy one of those old school white Enjoy boards. Like everyone's seen this graphic, and a red Baker board with like maybe some Zero boards, and put them up in my apartment, even though they'll never get skated on. I'll feel so bad about that, but they're like the classic decks that everyone recognizes. Maybe, I kind of want to assemble like the most classic and well-known like deck graphics as much as possible.
Okay. I mean, I respect that. I have different hobbies too. But
nothing is as expensive as Airsoft.
Oh, yes, for sure. Actually, so you were at KWA earlier today, and we filmed the video with them. You guys should be tuning into their YouTube channel to check that out whenever it drops. But you got to see some of their projects, some of their prototypes.
Oh, yeah.
Which leads me to my next question. What would you want to see in Airsoft?
It's funny is I actually have a video, like a script slightly written out. I'm always writing scripts and notes and stuff like that. Whenever I get a chance to get my hands on any like replica that's not out yet, or maybe some video ideas, or I'm talking to somebody who's been in the game forever, I'm instantly busting out my phone and start writing down notes about Airsoft history, statistics, anything I can. But I have a script I'm working on right now. It's like 5 more Airsoft guns that we wish we could see, or wish we could have. And I want to see a VHS G2, I think it's called. It's like, it almost looks like a G36, but as a bullpup. It looks so strange. I want to see a Lynx.
A Lynx?
It's, I think it's LNYX, I think. It's a bullpup 50 caliber sniper rifle.
Oh, the 50 BMG. Oh,
yeah. It's massive. It looks like something out of Halo. And then when you like release the barrel, it like chunks forward.
I mean,
there's a few pieces, but
if Desert Tech released, because I know Desert Tech has like their 50 cal, or I think
they have like a 50 style.
I know they have the 308
Silverback.
in Airsoft.
Yeah.
But they
And
might
it's
release,
enormous.
because I know they have like the 40, like the elephant bullet.
The 308. What?
It's not 308.
Not 308. That Lapua round.
Yeah. And
I don't know.
that thing is massive. Like,
oh yeah, it's huge.
comparing like the real ones.
I keep on getting like burps and hiccups out of nowhere.
Whatever, it's all good. But that is very interesting. One thing that that I have wanted to see come back is the FPG, and I talked to you about this while you were out here.
Yes. Okay, so that's super expensive. Have you ever seen one that's not like completely destroyed and people are selling it? I've seen them sell from anywhere from $600 to like $800.
See, and I told you that I have one, and mine
Is it destroyed?
I am not sure what's wrong with it, and I haven't looked at it since 2012. I think 2013.
That might not seem that long ago, but
Yeah.
like that's 10 years. And 10 years in Airsoft is like 30.
So
There's so much development in between that time.
So I need to look into this, but I think that those parts are going to be the same as the full auto ATP. So I
think so.
I might be able to salvage one, like grab a new ATP auto, and then I might be able to revive it. If I do, I'll do a private collection on it.
But that's something you want to see as a gas blowback. What do you want to see come back as an AEG?
As an AEG,
because we would always love to see, like, we want to see an SKS as a gas blowback, and we want to see. There's so many. I want to see a Galil as a gas blowback. But
honestly, if they made an AEG SKS, I'd get one.
I feel like G&G would probably do it because they already have the wood stocks, like for their M14s. I know it's not the same shape, but with a little bit of tooling, I feel like they probably would have been the company to do it.
Well, A&K has the M1 Grand AEG.
Yeah,
and maybe they could like retrofit that same style of gearbox into it.
Yeah, maybe. I don't see why that wouldn't be too hard, but it's A&K, and there's been so many proposed things they wanted to do, and that you never hear of again. They were supposed to make a Galil like 6 years ago.
Yeah, I mean,
and it never made it out of just being in the white. You know, where it's the metal's all shiny still, hasn't even been painted.
Yeah, just like the raw material. I mean, it could be one of those things where it didn't get enough traction, or the traction that they expected. So they
I probably was in the comments of posts like that.
Yeah, but I mean, KWA is like one of those companies for sure where they've had like guns that they've shown off that, you know, just they announced it at SHOT Show one year, then it completely disappeared.
Yeah, I think KWA was known for something like that. Like every year there would always be like some prototype that everybody would get super hyped about.
Yeah.
But people that have been in the game for years and years would be like, don't count on it. But they even know that it's kind of like they had prototypes that somebody in the office was like, this would be really cool. Well, let's show it off.
Yeah.
But then like afterwards there would
just tank on it.
Yeah, there's a KZ75, there's the gas blowback Thompson, the gas blowback MP40s.
Yes. Which the Thompson is one that I wanted.
There's no content really on that thing.
Yeah.
It just popped up and then.
Honestly, I would like to see a really good.
They had revolvers.
AEG Thompson. Do they really?
They had revolvers. They showed them off at 2016 SHOT Show, and then again.
I don't remember that.
Gone.
Wow. I think Dan Wesson and like Wind Gun and maybe even Elite Force, they kind of like are owning the market for revolvers because they kind of have a formula that they've worked out that has, you know, been good for them. So
I want to see KWA make a full length M16 gas blowback. I know you could probably do it with the LM4 parts that you already got and with just a little bit of tooling, but like I want it straight from them.
Well, I think the main thing would be like the buffer system because M16, like real M16 stocks, use the commercial spec buffer tube that's like it's like wider and it goes all the way to the back of the stock, which is a little bit longer, and that would be very interesting though. I wonder if like they did that, if it would improve the cycling of the bolt, just because it'll have more space to rock back.
Exactly.
That'd be crazy.
I also see that like VFC is doing the new like M4A1 with Avalon internals.
Oh yes,
I would love to see any of the M16s done in that. A1 to A4, it doesn't matter. Any of those would be cool.
Well, I mean, they have their LM4, which I believe it has either the Picatinny rail, the Knights Armament style rail, or the classic handguard. And I mean, nowadays, I like seeing classic guns, but everybody wants modern. They want the M-Lock.
Heathens.
I mean, I do know that you're, you are kind of, I don't want to say elitist, but you're like,
come on.
You like the classic.
I like unique stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Like if I will never hate on it. Get an M4. It's the best option you can go for.
Yes.
Elitist
was the wrong word. I'm sorry.
Especially as a beginner. It's the thing I will definitely recommend. Somebody was asking me yesterday, like, what's a beginner gun you would recommend? And I pulled a combat machine off the wall.
Yeah. I actually used a combat machine in our.
That was the exact same one I pulled off the wall.
Oh, was it? That's funny.
So like,
check out our video on our 200.
Check out our last video. But like we have behind us, like, okay, we have a WE MSK.
Yes.
That's a gas blowback, M4-ish style.
Not a Masada.
Yeah. You know what it is.
Yes.
But I would never recommend that to a beginner.
True.
That's a terrible idea as a beginner gun. But then we have a few AEG M4s on here. Yep. They're probably going to be at the very top of the line.
Yeah, true. I would agree with that.
I already lost the original question somehow in my mind.
Oh, it's all good. Well, I mean, I'm glad that you.
Oh, you were saying like, I know you were saying that you used the wrong word, elitist for it, but it like, okay, so we do have a few of these more common to see M4 style builds. Mm-hmm. But we have a nice, and it's not just because I love this. We have a SEMA Galil SAR.
Every time you come
here.
through here, you have to look.
Well,
at
it's just because that thing's so old. That's been in Airsoft GI videos like long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
Probably the first Airsoft videos you can find on Airsoft GI have to do with that thing. We got
when they started upping the quality.
Like we even have like an LVOA on here, and I don't like M4s too much, but I think that looks pretty sweet. The MCX looks pretty sweet to me.
Oh yeah, the MCX. I gotta show you mine downstairs. I'm the only one with a front wired or a rear wired MCX with the buffer tubing.
But like an M16 A1, A2, we don't have really any A2s actually. A3s, like those look pretty sweet. But it's just because they stand out a little bit.
Yeah.
But we don't have like an Avalon tier one out there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what you said before, they're coming out with the M4 SOP mod with the quad rail.
Yeah.
Which is going live on airsoftgi.com very soon if it's not already live.
And I definitely want one.
But I mean, yeah, it's just what I see is airsoft companies want to see a demand for a product, and if they see there's a high demand for it, they're willing to invest into making it to meet that demand, right? Which is why when they come out with prototypes, they're shelling out money to make this prototype, And
if nobody cares, then they kind of immediately kills the interest in it for them to even want to continue the development process of that prototype.
Exactly. Like what people don't know is like a mold for like a brand new airsoft gun, a unique design will cost like $10,000.
$10,000? I've heard $100,000 plus.
Yeah, even that, depending on the style of the gun.
Yeah, and then then parts. Metals and plastics, they shrink and they expand, and they have to keep control of the control and expansion. There's so much stuff I have learned because of talking to people that have been in the airsoft industry for years and years and years.
Yes.
That they can tell me about, like, oh, this product failed because of this, or this piece failed, this accessory failed, and they'll tell me the reason why. And it gives me so much insight into being very grateful for what we have now, because anyone can say start poo-pooing on everybody for not making this gun, or why did this take so long, but have no idea what it actually takes to actually create that item. But if they really did, I'd really doubt they'd be singing that same song.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, I'm
not saying don't complain about it, but just know exactly what it takes.
No, yeah. I mean, a lot of people don't see that. They see the end product and the availability and what it's going to cost them out of pocket, right? They don't see hey, this company needed to develop this. They needed to manufacture. They needed to invest their own money first to, make that product and then, prototype it, do all the R&D for it.
Like, we don't have a G11 yet, but like, as long as a company gets the licensing, if anyone wants to pay them like $200,000 to get that project started, I mean, let's do it right now. Come on.
Any companies out there, by all means, please.
Do we have an entrepreneur in the crowd right now watching this?
That would be crazy, honestly.
Drop like a few $100,000 and be able to not guarantee you're going to make any profit from it. Because we all, like, me and you, we both like the G11, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Would you buy an AEG G11 if it was well put together?
If it was well put together,
like let's say
yes.
it's like VFC style body with like a MOSFET system in it, very reliable trigger, even though it's a bullpup. Maybe it's got electronic blowback, but like you can actually disable it and it's really strong. Like I've seen someone make a custom one and it looked really pretty cool. But if it was like really well put together, it was like $400, but it was well over that kind of quality. Would you get it?
$400 to me is a little bit on the high end, but because it's so unique, like they would be the only ones to do it, I would probably shell out the money for it.
Cool. Now we need a few thousand people to also be absolutely guaranteed that they'll do it. Like they'll pre-order that.
Yeah, right then there.
You're not gonna get that.
Yeah. Well, it does suck because, again, what people want to see is just the availability, like how soon can they get it, because we live in a world where it's instant gratification, instant satisfaction.
Exactly.
So,
and the M4 is the easy route to go through because, of course, they already have the molds for that, so it's not that expensive to go that route again. I
mean, honestly, I don't know if you know this, but there are only really like 6 or so airsoft factories, and these factories are the OEMs for a lot of companies. So, like,
just like BBs.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
just like BBs.
There are only really like 4 warehouses that make BBs.
And this isn't like a super kept secret, but once you learn it, then you'll realize the brand almost doesn't matter too much. But you want to know who keeps, like, once they get the BBs or whenever they actually have control of it, who keeps care of them the best.
That matters, but what I've seen is the amount of times that the BBs have been polished. What a lot of people don't know is like cheaper companies like Crossman or whatever.
Put it out there.
Yeah, they'll polish it like once or twice.
There you go. Next,
and then it's out. But then companies like Elite Force or BLS or
they'll go above
whoever,
and beyond.
They'll polish it maybe like 5 to 10 times. Maybe
exactly.
More. So it's the perfect sphere for them to use, and like.
What's the oldest BB, by the way, that you can think of?
The oldest, like, produced BB?
Because I remember TSD bags of BBs that you could get.
TSD
but that's not too old.
Yeah, I remember TSD as far back as, like, 2008.
Yeah.
But I think the oldest that I can remember was...
Is TSD gone, by the way? I have no idea.
I have no idea either. I don't know who they were distributed by.
No, not a clue. This is some dude in his garage.
Yeah, imagine. But dang, that's a good question because I remember I had like Japanese brand BBs.
I think I remember getting like Tokyo Marui BBs too, but like I've never seen them do it again.
Yeah,
I also remember those red jacket like .14, like some like .12s
branded Crossmans. Honestly.
Yeah, because like .12s they're like garbage, but like those. Like that's a very common weight for like very low grade airsoft. But .15?
.15, yeah. I mean, it was a little bit more polished. I would say that they were, for what it was a decent quality BB. Like if I were to run a spring pistol
or like a really low powered shotgun where like everything else just goes to the moon when you shoot it.
Yeah, those ones might give you a better accuracy to FPS range.
Yeah.
Variation. But, I mean, I would never run that in like a high end.
Next, we're going to have
starting
like
AG.
.18, .3.
So, I mean, there are .3s. I've seen .23s.
I've used those.
I mean, I thought .28s were weird until I started using them.
That's my most used BB.
Is it?
That's what I whenever someone like, hey, I'm going to order some BBs for us. What do you want? I'm like .28s and non-bio, get me tracers. I need that lot. That's my most used BB.
.28s are normally my go-to, but I don't know. I bought a bulk. I bought like a rice bag of like .40s, and I've been using that for like the past
How much did that cost?
a year. It was like a few $100.
Okay.
It wasn't too bad. I bought it in bulk. The shipping sucked. Shipping definitely sucked.
I can see that.
But I got it on a deal from a friend of mine. He was like, "Yo, like we could do it." I was like, "All right, throw me in for a bag. Why not?" But
At least your stuff didn't get stopped at customs. I have a package coming from a company that's been stuck for like 5.5 months.
I think it's gone. That's rough.
They called me about it and they were like, "Did you receive your package?" I'm like, "No, you guys have it." Yeah, we have it.
Oh my!
I'm like,
What?
Why did you ask?
See, okay, so the thing about customs, like right now with the pandemic, still kind of.
You'll get it when you get it.
Yeah, it's rough because
We don't forget it.
because importing from overseas has been like rough for everyone, and especially like airsoft manufacturers. It's hard for them not only to import, but I was talking to someone at JAG. They're saying they're having some difficulty sourcing materials to make the guns actually, or to make the parts for.
Oh,
the
yeah,
guns. And I mean, traveling's got to suck. Which is another question I wanted to ask you, because you're here right now in California.
Yeah.
You went to Virginia
like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Where else did you go last year, 2020? Was that it? I mean, did you come out here at the beginning of 2020? Oh, you did for SHOT Show, right?
The last time I came here was the right before like COVID got out of China,
Yes.
for as far as we know. Was last time I was here, because after SHOT Show I come to California for like a week and a half or something,
Yes.
right?
And then we normally just film and do stuff.
So I was in an Airbnb and I was literally listening to the news. It's like, new virus out of Wuhan, and I was like, it's like, oh, I hope that doesn't come to the States or anywhere else.
I mean, by the time the news came out, it was already here.
Yeah, exactly. So that was the last time I think I took a major trip, unless I'm totally forgetting something. I'm gonna feel really bad if I'm forgetting somewhere. I don't think I
just went to Hawaii for a minute.
No, nothing like that. I didn't take any international trips. I didn't take any like state trips, like out of state. I have stuck straight into Texas, but thankfully, because I have different video types that I can work on, I can do countdowns, I can do reviews. So because I'm not locked on only gameplay,
Yes.
I can produce any other videos that I want to.
Okay.
And that gives me good like time in between those, so I can go to a different field, but
That's
still
cool.
be safe about it. Only recently that I start getting back into doing flights.
Yes.
I went to Atlanta. I went to USAirsoft once.
Oh, okay.
So that was fun. But even then, I was being really cautious.
Yeah, for sure. Which
but
is
no,
one
I
thing
didn't do
that
any
we
big
were
trips.
concerned about when we sent you to Battle of Augusta.
Yeah.
Like my boss, he was like, man, it was, what was that, July?
I think so. Yeah.
It was like
I think about that.
like right in the middle of
Yeah.
like the pandemic. We still had lockdowns out here in California.
Our numbers were still going up.
Yeah, it was crazy because we were really scared. Like we were very hesitant in wanting to send you out.
I was double masked. I had my hand sanitizer with me, and I was like looking at the wall for most, like that wall of the plane most of the time. There was no one sitting to my side.
Good.
Yeah, it was,
then, though, that's
one person
scary.
would cough, and you're like,
Who did that? Kick him off the plane.
lock him in the restroom.
That's kind of sketch. I
but-
mean, because you're in an
yeah.
airtight thing. That's
Well, what I've heard is, you know how normally people are like, "Oh, I'm gonna get sick. I'm on the plane, right?"
yes.
Because one guy starts having a cough and it's gonna circulate throughout the whole thing. What I've learned is, like you almost have a weird circulation going out through every row of seats that you would like if the person in front of you had like sneezed, you would never have any of those particles come to you.
Really?
I've heard something like that. Like every row of seats is well ventilated and has a great circulation going on, that you almost never really breathe the same air as somebody else. It's strange. I'm pretty sure I read that. So I actually learned that in some YouTube stuff over aeronautics and stuff. But,
Interesting. I mean, I've only been on one plane. That was when 2019 when I went to D14 for BB
Texas.
Wars.
Texas.
I mean, I will say that was very eye-opening because
That Cracker Barrel hit a little different, didn't it?
that was the first time I've ever had Cracker Barrel, and I
Heathen.
gotta say
Heathen.
I had I had the country fried steak and I had a ribeye. Unfortunately, I make a better ribeye. I'd put that on the line.
I'll slap you with my plate of meatloaf.
But okay, I haven't had the meatloaf. I heard the meatloaf was good. I heard the fried chicken was good.
You guys don't have a Cracker Barrel like really close by because I'm really craving that right now.
Really?
Yes, I am craving
the furthest one here is about like an hour and a half drive.
I mean, I'm down. Boaz, are you down?
Maybe. But I mean, I'm glad that you have such the variety of content that the pandemic didn't really affect you. I mean,
it comes in handy but I'm still being affected by the pandemic because we want to do the Japanese trip. Everything's funded. We can go. Like right now, if everything was fine, we can go.
Yeah.
But I can't because me and Kev, random guy Kev, we're kind of stuck. Like I said, we have the funding off to the side. We can go whenever. But our contacts in Japan, thank you, Laylax. They are telling us that if we go right now, we'll be locked in quarantine for 2 whole weeks, which would waste the entire trip.
Yeah, because you guys are only going to be.
We're only going to be there for 2 weeks.
Dang.
So we have so many plans.
I think South Korea and Taiwan is doing that as well.
So yeah, we'd be locked down. But they're telling us don't buy the tickets, of course, because of the lockdown.
Yep.
But they're also going to like dump down the prices of tickets when they open up again. So we're going to end up probably getting our flight tickets to Japan for about like $700 or $800 instead of $1,200 or $1,400.
That's good. I mean, that gives you more money to spend. Which,
exactly.
When you do go out there, I'm going to be giving you a fat check.
You're like
things that I need.
You're like the 7th person to tell me they're going to give me money to go shopping for them.
I've told RGK, random guy Kev. Because there's some things that I want
that you cannot get.
I mean, I can get, but it's expensive. And
people are going to help me with the shipping because we're talking about a massive box that's going to have to be shipped from Japan back to the United States.
That's perfectly fine if they can get that onto a container.
Because as soon as I start finding Tanakas and Marussians and stuff like that, I'm going to start. Yeah, game over. I'm going to bring back so many like auto mags and M500 Tanakas.
You were telling me that there are some like smaller airsoft shops out there
that have absolutely crazy stuff you would not imagine.
Yeah.
Apparently there is a gold Asahi WA2000 that I have just learned about, which I thought there was never one. That is sitting in a store, and the guy knows what it is, but he doesn't treat it like it's like, oh yeah, like how we have just a few guns up here. Yeah. He just has it like stacked against a whole bunch of other guns, just rubbing up against them, and he's just like, it's fine. But he doesn't know any English. He doesn't know what's going on. He will never sell it to you. But I want to see it. I want to take photos of it. I don't want to get kicked out of a store whenever I do find it.
I mean, when you go to Japan, I'm fairly sure the guys from Laylax are gonna walk around with you.
They'll definitely.
Translate
help me out. I did say like there's one requirement whenever I go to Japan and I want to go to an illegal drift event, and they're like, how would you like to go downhill racing? I'm like, can I be in the passenger seat?
Bruh.
If you put me in like an R33 or an R34 Skyline or like a Celica,
I'm gonna strangle you when you come back. The R34 is my favorite.
Put me in a Sylvia or like a Type R Integra. Just.
That would be, you need to get like all the angles from inside and outside of the car.
Can I stick these 14 GoPros to your car?
Hey, I don't care.
And just have them crushed up against an car when they get so close. I lost my GoPro somewhere up the hill.
That trip is going to be crazy though, because you're going to see airsoft from Japan.
Where it began, dude.
Exactly. We were talking about it too. A lot of people don't know the creator of airsoft, like who had the first idea and had the first patent.
You don't even know his name.
I had it. I'm gonna hold on.
You know who he technically is, but you don't know him by name.
It sucks. Creator
of the microwave
of airsoft.
But we've got like a whole list of like stores and bars and like fields and arenas we have to go to.
Ichiro Nagata.
I love how all you have to do is type in that.
Yeah. So he
originated in Japan. The airsoft guns were the brainchild of a person named Ichiro Nagata. Nagata thought about making a gun which can be used for modeling purposes. Nagata wanted to create a gun that either does not shoot any bullets, or if it does not kill anyone.
Yes. So he is actually a competition shooter, a professional shooter, and has worked with a lot of gun manufacturers and gun companies. So he's worked with Strike Industries, Safari Land.
He's not in Japan anymore, though, right? You said.
I think he still lives in Japan.
Then I gotta hit up.
Here.
I gotta hit up my contacts.
Yeah,
because if anybody knows him, it's them.
Yeah, because I saw a video after I found out who it was. I saw a video that he was actually at a range out here
Over there.
like
Over there.
that way. But it was like a year or two ago, and there was like a public event, and I was so mad. I was like, man, I wish I knew. Like I'm sending him all the flowers because like he deserves it. He created like.
Have you met Kobayashi?
I have not.
The guy who made the original gas blowback, like he made the system.
I did not actually.
Tanakova, man. You got one day if you do. He doesn't know any English.
Yeah.
And you better not embarrass him. It's like a cardinal sin. Whenever he's anywhere, like if he ever comes to SHOT Show, like all the older school airsofters that have been in the game and whoever invited him out are like they're protective of him.
Oh, I mean, I would be too.
But if you could sneak your way in there, it'd be like, thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you.
You better not screw that up because I've learned that your form has to be good when you bow.
Oh yeah, of
like
course.
any other way, it just looks sloppy and it's like discriminative or something.
Hey,
I don't need.
I'm American.
I need
Sue
a
me.
57-step process on how to do a proper bow.
That is what it is. I mean, Scott, thank you for coming by for the podcast and coming out to California.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
Again, tell everybody where you can. Where they can find you.
Man, Daniel, you can find me on USAirsoft on YouTube, man. It's the USAirsoft YouTube channel. We try to do a whole bunch of different stuff on the channel. We do our reviews, we do our countdowns, we do our discussion videos. We definitely do some giveaways, all thanks to Airsoft GI, who properly powers the channel. And then we have our own coupon code that you guys can use.
You can't say that on here. Only at his channel.
What?
That's secretive. That one's secretive. Go to his channel.
Go
on
over to the channel. Go and find out all the stuff that you can use on the Airsoft GI website. It definitely helps out our channel. And then we have the USAirsoft Instagram page. It's USAirsoft YouTube with no underscores, nothing else. Just type in USAirsoft YouTube and look for the page that has like 30-something thousand followers and actual posts.
Well, Scott, thank you. I wanted to pick your brain a little bit for this podcast.
I got a bunch of Cheetos and crayons jammed in there. So
I mean, I do find you to be a very interesting person. So thank you for sharing some insight, your perspective on your airsoft world. But yeah, go check out his channel if you haven't already. Subscribe to us. Hit the button below, ring the bell to get notified of every time we upload a new video. Follow Scott again, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
bye, everyone.